I'm Glenn Campbell, and my tweet of the day is this: there is no ideology that won't eventually lead to tyranny. This tweet that I just posted was inspired by events of recent days. This is January 13th, 2021, and on January 6th, just a week ago, President Donald Trump incited a riot at the U.S. Capitol building. You know all about it. It's in all your history books. And in the ensuing days, Trump, with only a few days left in his term, was banned from Twitter and virtually all the other mainstream social media, along with the groups that are touting his claims. I think even Pornhub banned him, theatrically at least. And this has raised concerns among free speech activists that this sets a dangerous precedent. You can't ban speech just because it's distasteful, they say. All opinions deserve a platform. And my position is, no, not all positions deserve a platform. Everyone may have the right to free speech, but not the right to be heard or to be broadcast. If Trump had been banned back in 2015, the country might have avoided his 4 disastrous years of his reign. So I think it should have been done way back then. But I can also see the free speech position. Once you start censoring people, where do you stop? When a government or a giant social media company censors information in the name of safety, there's a huge potential for abuse. For example, in another news story this morning, the government of Uganda has blocked all social media in the run-up to their elections. I haven't looked into this in detail, but I'm pretty sure the government has some kind of self-serving motive for this. And I'm also pretty sure that they're using the Trump Twitter ban to bolster their position. The free speech advocates are going to say, you see, this president is already having chilling effects around the world. But I suspect that the Uganda government was already prepared to censor social media. Trump's Twitter ban just gave them a new excuse. My higher level take on all this is that there's no ideology that won't eventually lead you into trouble, be it free speech or free markets or globalization or any other neat theory that people hook themselves into. There's always a point where you've gone too far and you have to pull back. There has to be a term for this, and I don't really have a good one yet, but it's related to the Cobra effect, where no matter what the theoretical framework is, there's a good chance that your policy is going to go bad when you put it into practice, because the real world is complex and you can easily subvert it. In the case of free speech, the concept works pretty well among intelligent people who should be able to evaluate ideas on their own and choose the one that works best for them. They naturally want an open marketplace of ideas with no ideas excluded. But then you have the non-intelligent people who believe everything they're told. Instead of evaluating information on its own merits, they evaluate the person providing the information. If the person is perceived as part of their tribe, they're going to believe everything that comes out of their mouth. And that's why people believe Trump no matter what he says. He's perceived as part of their tribe. And you can see the evolutionary value in this. Early humans survived because they pulled together with their tribe. They defended their tribal leader, whether he was right or wrong, and this may have given them an advantage in passing on their own genes to the next generation. So any modern society has to accommodate not only the intelligent people who can evaluate information, but also the idiots who believe everything. And that's why free speech can never be absolute. At a certain point, those who control social media have to say, that's enough. You can't say that here. Frankly, I think Trump should have been banned long ago, back in 2015, because we came perilously close to the abyss this time. Joe Biden won the 2020 election by only a very thin margin. And if only a few votes had gone the other way, our country would have been in a very terrible place. Free speech is important, but it's not worth losing your life or your country for.